Hi Libra, and welcome back to the channel. This is for Libra Sun, Moon, Rising, Midheaven, Venus, Jupiter placements. However, we're comprised of all 12 signs, and so I'm sure this is going to resonate for some other area of your life, if not for what I just described as far as it being your Sun, Moon, Rising, Midheaven, and or Venus, okay, or Jupiter placement. So I did start your reading because I was going in order, of course, from Virgo through Leo for all 12 signs. And I got started on your reading, and then somebody called and interrupted the reading, and then so I had to re-record it because I was doing it on my phone. But in trying to import it into iMovie on my phone and, you know, put the two videos together and then export it as one video, I ran out of storage space and now it's not working for the life of me. So we have to redo your reading. How irritating is that? But there's reason for it, I'm sure. Guys might be dealing with a Pisces that you are like madly in love with, and we will get into it in just a second with this spread. I'm still doing with the actual fuck spread, by the way. But yeah, outside of that, I just want to update you guys as far as why I was absent this past week. I was sick, so it was just in my best interest not to upload until I started to feel better. So here I am. We are back to the regularly scheduled program. You guys are in your feelings right now. Oh my gosh. Let me tell you. Whoa, Libra. Okay, this is a completely different reading than what initially came through for you guys. What you have for overlying energy coming into this week or whenever you watch this video, you have the Ace of Cups. Cruise that hounds you is the Four of Swords. What's real about the situation? Ten of Cups. What's wrong about the situation? Queen of Cups. Where you need more information? High Priestess. And the outcome card for you guys, you have the Knight of Coins. Bottom of the deck is your energy here, the Justice card. My God. For whatever situation that you're going through, especially in matters of the heart, it is justified. It is fair, though you may not like it, right? On an emotional level, it's uncomfortable for you. There's good reason for why you are going through the experiences that you're currently sitting in. This Ace of Cups is all about the initiation of something, the initiation of emotion, right? So you may be crying, right? You may be feeling just highly sensitive at this time. The smallest thing can just make you cry, and it's okay because you're getting back in touch is what I'm hearing. You're getting back in touch with your emotions, especially if you've been devoid of them for a while, right? It's been accumulating and just building up, and it's at the point where it's just welling and it's spilling over. Especially if you are a man watching this video. Hate to call you out for it, but you know, men just aren't taught in our society to embrace their emotions or to be emotional because it's deemed as being very weak and vulnerable, and that's what makes you susceptible to being taken advantage of. It makes you less of a man, and it takes you away from your purpose, yada yada yada. You know what it is. You've been in America long enough. But in fact, it's quite opposite, okay? Your vulnerabilities are what make you a very strong individual. You being in touch with your intuition and your yin energy, or your just very female attributes in energy, like taking care of yourself, your hygiene, is important, right? If you look good, then you feel good and you naturally do better. You produce more at a higher rate. Proven fact. If you feel shitty about yourself, it makes you doubt yourself, right? So then that breeds self-esteem and insecurity, right? Issues. And then you have to work on your sacral and solar plexus, right? And getting your confidence back up. It might make you the type of person that will procrastinate when you don't feel good about yourself. Again, because of that self-doubt. You don't feel worthy and all those other factors. So you can't be more of one thing than the other. There has to be a balance. And I'm surprised that the Temperance card didn't come out with all of this water energy here. But it's you understanding that a lot more. Like, being a hard ass didn't get you anywhere. All right? Also with the Justice card, and you're speaking to your energy and how you guys can be indecisive. And so sometimes in your indecisiveness, other people have to make those executive decisions for you, and it doesn't always pan out to where you still get what you may have desired on a subconscious soul level anyway. And then so that gets you all turned around, and that puts you in another emotional space as well. And so maybe you have to look at that. You guys have gone through something that was extremely tough, and it's causing for you to go through this rehabilitative period here. And it can be in matters of the heart. You can be dealing with somebody that, again, you are madly in love with, but for some reason you just can't get to them, right? You guys may not be talking right now because there is space with this Four of Swords. You feel like there is no place, speaking to the Four, and that's Cancer's house, which is all about like the home and structure and stuff. You feel like there is no place in someone's life. There's so much love to give, but there's not necessarily somebody to give it to. If I'm speaking to the single Libras that are watching this video, there is so much love within you. There is so much that you have to give and you have to offer, but you haven't found that person yet that you actually want to build that life with, that you actually see yourself being married to and or having kids with here. So again, at night, you guys may be feeling a little bit lonely. You know, what's that song? A chair is still a chair, even when nobody's sitting there. The house is not home. I don't know. The house is not, the house that you have, it does not feel like home because your special person is not there, and you want to let them know that you love them. Maybe you've already tried to express the love and they just didn't reply with this Four of Swords energy. So yeah, I do feel like you guys are definitely crying a lot at this time, just feeling very sensitive. But with this Ten of Cups here being in this position, wish upon that star. You know what I'm saying? Keep praying that God will soften the heart of the person that may have some bitterness or resentment that is pent up against you right now. That God will reveal who your person is and bring you guys into union, because the Ten of Cups is a yes from the universe, right? If this is not about epiphanies happening, and just spiritual enlightenment that you have on a personal level, and you just getting back in touch with your spiritual practices here, because that can very well be the case, especially because you guys have the High Priestess that is in the where you need more information position. I feel like you guys are getting these intuitive nudges, especially in your dream state here. So pay attention to your dreams. I feel like your dreams and your subconscious is trying to tell you something. The truth of the matter is that whoever you love and who you're meant to be with, you already know who that person is, or you have felt that person's energy already, okay? And they know it too. It's just waiting for the right time. Best case scenario, you just need to give it more time. You need to let this person heal if you guys have had a rough patch and they're just trying to work on the forgiveness part of it, okay? And trying to find that love again for you, to where again it's going to be unconditional love, because I feel like with the Queen of Cups being in the what is wrong position, there are some conditions to the love. If you haven't broken up and you guys aren't separated and you're still together, it's just very quiet in the home. Like when you guys go to bed, they have their back turned to you, you know what I'm saying? There really aren't those loving exchanges, that level of intimacy, deep intimacy and connection that's missing right now. But again, they just have to heal here. They need to find it within themselves to be able to forgive and to be able to find the words, right? To be able to articulate how it is that they have been feeling or how you may have made them feel, right? But again, it's our responsibility once we feel a way about somebody for what they may have done or how they may have behaved. It's our responsibility to handle that because we've decided to then take it personally. You know what I mean? So that's not something that you can rush out of another person. They just have to kind of find that for themselves. But again, it can be vice versa energy. So this can be you. But if in your lifetime you've ever led somebody on, right? They've developed great love for you, and then you just out of the blue, your feelings changed for them, or you may have left them or ghosted them with this Swords energy. You're now coming to understand what that feels like and how much you don't like that, you know? Whatever you do unto people is done unto you. So if you are in that situation, again, it is justified, and it's a lesson for you so that you can be more aware and cognizant and intentional going forward with other people that you interact with. I am definitely getting that. The veiled wisdom with this High Priestess, she comes when you're no longer seeking. So if you are more on your spiritual journey in your path towards ascension, right? Your psychic abilities and gifts, they're extremely heightened at this time because you've released the need to have them or try to develop them. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people, when they try to take the spiritual journey, they want all the information right now, you know, in the moment. If there is one manual that they can read, they just want to get there so that they know what to do, so that they can manifest better things in their life. But then the intention is wrong. Here, I feel like you guys are just letting things flow, letting life happen, right? There is no resistance really in your life right now. You're just resting and recuperating. And again, I feel like while you're sleeping is when you are shown things, right, in your dream state. They may be prophetic and they may be coming true. Like over this past week or past few weeks, you've noticed that a lot of the things that have been happening in your dreams, you see them in your waking consciousness actually happening. Maybe not to the magnitude or to the depth that you may have seen it in your dream, but still happening. So start to write this down and do some dream analysis here with this High Priestess while it's here. But yeah, your sense of clairvoyance and clairsentience and knowing things, but not understanding necessarily how you know them, how you really come to know them. You just know. This explains that. Some of you guys don't believe that you will find the love of your life, that you will have love in your life. But you couldn't be more wrong here. I think that as soon as you think that it's not going to happen is when the universe is just going to bring it in, right? And pour that blessing upon you guys. But just make sure that you are prepared. Whatever it is that you may be asking the universe for with this Ten of Cups, if it hasn't already come in, you haven't already reunited with a great love, or found the love of your life, potentially gotten married because it's holy matrimony with the Ten of Cups. If this is not just your own bliss, again, and enlightenment, just make sure that you are actually ready. Make sure that you, again, have healed your heart space, your heart chakra, and that you can allow for love to come in. And it's okay to express the love that you feel for another person, because maybe you just weren't doing that before. You neglected to say those I love yous. So it's head and heart, and just knowing when to use them interchangeably, right? When to summon is what I'm hearing. When to summon one thing over the other. But somebody's coming with a message of love if they haven't yet. I highly feel like for some of you guys it's more so on a 5D level than 3D waking consciousness. And so now that you're awake and it's like, okay, well, what do I do with that information? You hold on to it. You hold on to the vision. If that's something that you actually want, just believe it's going to happen again in due time. That you guys will reconnect if it's somebody from the past, or that again you're asking to be shown certain attributes or things of the person whose energy you feel is coming in for you, right? And your soulmate, that when you see them you will know, and that you won't jeopardize it, right? That you won't mess it up by believing that it's too good to be true. here with this energy. So that's what's coming through. If this reading resonated, give me a thumbs up, share it with your friends and family, subscribe for more, and book with me if you want to go a little bit deeper into these energies. It'll be like an extended reading for you and I.